Members on my left, the Leader of the Opposition has the call.
Thanks, Mr Speaker. My question's to the Prime Minister. Is the bank tax, which the government announced in its budget, tax deductible for the big banks?
The Prime Minister has the call.
Mr Speaker, thank you. Mr Speaker, I'm advised that it will be a deduction for the banks as an expense that they have. But I'd ask the Treasurer to elaborate.
Members on my left, the member for Griffith. The member for Jagga is warned. Members on my left will cease interjecting.
I've answered it, but if you want some more, the
Treasurer can resume his seat for a second. I know it's Monday. The question has come from my left. I would have thought members on my left would like to hear the answer. The Treasurer has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I thank the Prime Minister for the opportunity to add to the answer. That is the case, that it is deductible, Mr Speaker, as a business expense. I note that those opposite Mr Speaker in recent days have been running the lines of the banks in support of their position. I've heard the Shadow Treasurer quoting, he doesn't know we know this, Mr Speaker, quoting bank executives who've turned up to functions with the Shadow Treasurer, and he's just gone out there and run the lines for him, Mr Speaker. So what we know is when it comes to ensuring we have a fair tax on our largest banks, Mr Speaker, what we know is what you don't go and do is go and tax pensioners' bank accounts, which is what those opposite did when they put forward a measure. And that wasn't the right measure. What we've put forward in this budget is the right measure, Mr Speaker. We don't go out there, as the Shadow Treasurer sought to do, and tax pensioners' bank accounts. We exclude that, Mr Speaker, as we rightly should. And this is a fair measure. It's a well-constructed measure, and it will be introduced into this place in this sitting fortnight.
The member for Robertson.